Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your Spring 2021 Tarot Forecast. This will cover the time frame of mid-March through mid-June. We're going to start with looking at general messages for all areas of life except for love, and then we will do a second reading looking at your love energies for the spring. So let's get right in and see what Spirit wants to tell you about what's up ahead during the spring for you guys. Okay, copycat and spark plug. Ooh, Sagittarius. The springtime is a time of vindication, recognition for Sagittarius. Anybody who has been gossiping against you, trying to mimic you, any sort of negative vibes being thrown your way, don't even worry about it, Sagittarius. There is something about your energy for the spring months where you are going to be elevated. You are really going to stand out, and anybody who tries to mimic you, your ideas, your personality, whatever, it's going to fail for them. It will have no impact on you. Anybody trying to gossip at you, be shady behind your back, it's going to blow up in their face. Like, this is a time for Sagittarius to shine through the spring. So don't worry about all the little trivial details of other people and their negative energy, Sagittarius. Shine and shine bright because the right people are noticing you. So let's pull some more cards. And you just have like this go-getter attitude during the spring as well. Very focused, very dedicated to everything you're trying to achieve. So we have a standstill and freedom. Ooh, look at that beautiful transition of energy. So this here is like wrapping up winter. The first part of March, and then as you transition into April, where negative energy, stuck energy, low energy, not feeling motivated, like all of that, Sagittarius, that's transforming. You are just like birthing into a new version, and you feel so free. Whatever you feel was holding you back or against you, you're not going to feel that as you in spring and move into the summer months. No. Anybody, again, trying to come at you, trying to hinder you, whatever, it's going to blow up in their face. You are flying high, shining bright, Sagittarius, and low energy is turning into go-getter, ambition, really high vibration. So if you've been lacking some motivation, just feeling kind of blah, you're going to naturally transform into that excitement, that passion, that thirst for life, or just whatever you're doing. So let's pull some tarot and go deeper. Ace of Wands, there's that spark reigniting inside you after a long period of restriction. Look at that. Stillness right here, Ace of Wands, freedom, breakthrough right there. Next is the Eight of Cups. You are going to be able to walk away. Ooh, from the Seven of Pentacles. Nice. And lots of rest, recuperation, feeling back to 100%. Oh yeah, returning to sweetness. Some things that you've been trying to manifest, feeling like you've been spinning your wheels, it's coming in May. And now we have the King of Swords with the Nine of Wands. Nice. All right, Sagittarius. Yes, stillness, restriction. And I feel for some of you there is like this meddlesome energy that's just been kind of trying to trip you up, and it's just not going to work out. So don't even give it a moment's thought, Sagittarius. Don't. It's just going to work itself out. here it is. You are walking away from the restriction. And this is just movement in life in general, energy, feeling low energy. And some of you, this is about like finances, just a big concern about what am I going to do, something maybe even long term for you guys. But that's what we're walking away from. We're being reignited. And so April, this is when all this transition is really beginning. And in May, you're feeling like you can rest. You don't have to worry anymore. And with the Six of Cups, there's something returning to you in the month of May. And now these are general energies. We're not looking at love whatsoever, okay? So what's returning to you in May is energy and effort that you've put out in the past towards something where it didn't work. And now it's finally going to start happening. It's finally going to start moving for you. And going into June, any area where you have felt like you were restricted, you're going to break free from that. But also with this King of Swords, this is where you're really like shining bright, standing out amongst anybody else. So like in June, if you are like going for a new job, a new position within an existing company, anything to do with that, you are going to stand out. There may be a lot of competition, but don't let that deter you, because you are coming through as this King of Swords. And the way that you express yourself and present yourself is going to be very well received, and you are going to shine. You are going to stand out. So don't think yourself small. Don't talk yourself small in any sort of like job interview situation. End of May, first part of June. Also with this King of Swords, if some of you are thinking about like relocation, like a new home somewhere, it may at the beginning of the spring like not seem that that's a possibility. But with this coming through, it's like starting the process in June for some of you, and by September, I see like your living situation has changed. Whether you're moving from one apartment to a new apartment, or from an apartment to a home, or buying a home, selling a home. I do see like some changes around living situation starting in June, and some of you with the completion being in the month of September. And maybe here we didn't think there would be enough money, but things are going to work out in such a way for you that you're going to have all you need. Because remember, in May, past energy and efforts are returning to you. And what that is going to be different for each of you. But May is a very positive month in the spring for Sagittarius, and where you're really coming out of this like heavier energy, uncertainty, to harmony, and my mind is at ease. And you're really standing out somewhere, Sagittarius. And for most of you, this is probably in the workplace, or even if you're trying to be in the public eye, like social media, something along those lines. May and June is when you're really going to pop. And that might be what that copycat energy is about for some of you, where there's some other people on the platform that you're on that maybe you feel they like copy your ideas or what you're doing, and you feel like it's very unfair. And that's why Spirit's saying don't worry about that. Like, your moment's gonna come, and when you do you and you're authentic doing you, nobody can mimic that. They can try, but it's not going to be as amazing as you, because it's your idea, it's your energy. So don't worry about anybody trying to pretend to be like you, because they will fail miserably. Even people like trying to come against you in any negative capacity, like, people just aren't going to hear it. It's going to blow up in their face. So let's pull some clarifiers. Seven of Pentacles, look at that. You got that twice, talking about the first part of spring, and you got the Nine of Wands again. So you've been in a little struggle here, Sag, but we've got the Sun coming out with, ooh, the Hierophant, and this is when we're walking away from the Seven of Pentacles energy. So April, we're walking away. The sun's coming out. There could be a little bit of divine intervention. Now we have the Knight of Wands and ooh, the Death card, major transition. What you thought was done and over in the past now returns to you, but in a positive way. And Queen of Cups with the Five of Wands. Okay, so ending March, going into April, yes, that's when transition is really happening inside of you and your energy picking up and returning. Maybe you're just feeling better. You're feeling more motivated. There could be an offer in here as well, because we do have this Ace of Wands, or this is like this idea coming to you and you're like, this is what I'm going to work towards. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this happen. Like something is coming here that really excites you, Sagittarius, and gets you in motion. And then in May, it's like this energy from the past that you put out in the past that you thought maybe was never going to pay off is finally returning to you. So you've got this beautiful transition and change, some sort of opportunity coming in the early part of spring. And the second part, you have this energy return of past efforts that did not pay off, and where your emotions have just been really conflicted and back and forth, worried. This long journey, it's ending. You're overcoming it. You're evolving beyond it, because you have this Nine of Wands here and here. So I know this card is talking about this energy of the winter as you come into the spring and you overcome. All right. And also in like any sort of job interview situation, any sort of interviewing situation, or trying to get something that like many people are going for, you will prevail. Like, do not second guess yourself. Do not doubt yourself. You will prevail, Sagittarius. Let's pull a few more cards about that. Yeah, look at this, just fell out. Like, you worry too much. Don't worry so much about this. Like, it's going to go in your favor. Yep, look, that wanted to plop out. You're going to get the offer with the Nine of Cups. Don't worry about it. Just be you, be authentic, shine, and they're going to pick you. You're just going to really stand out, okay? So it's like April, May, and the first half of June are all positives for Sagittarius. Offer coming in, which really changes things. Energy of the past finally returning and paying off. And then for some Sagittarius in June, like this major shifting in the job area, job situations that you've been dealing with, and trying to get out there in the spotlight. Those of you that are in the public eye or on social media, that process begins in April, because the sun's coming in, and then that it's like you really grow and grow through May and June. So Sagittarius, spring is a game changer for you. You're shining, your energy is returning, a lot of doors opening here, and something that you really thought would never pay off is finally returning for you. And don't worry about any sort of move of your home or job situation. Like, it's going to work out for you. You're going to get what you want. The offer is going to go to Sagittarius, even if there is a lot of competition, and it's about, you know, truly being authentic to you, and things that you maybe don't feel are great or are shortcomings, you know, don't hide anything about yourself. Just be very real and raw. Be professional, but be real and raw. There's just going to be something about you that's very endearing to whoever is involved in helping elevate or extending this offer to you around job or like a moving situation. All right, so let's pull one final message for general messages of the spring months for Sagittarius. You're on the right path. The way ahead is clear and true. You've chosen the right path for you. All is well, Sagittarius. Your energy is going to return. Offers coming in. Nice shifting and changing through the spring. You're going to be very happy. So let's get into your love energies for the spring and see what Spirit wants to say about that. Second chances, casual connection, karmic lessons, and old flame. Okay, so this is pretty straightforward. Old flame, second chances. This is a message Spirit is bringing through for single Sagittarius. This right here, Sagittarius, is where you are going to be reconnecting with somebody in the spring months. That's an old flame. And an old flame, you know, represents different things for everybody, right? It could just be like a past crush. It could be a past very long-term serious relationship. It could be a past relationship that had, you know, a misconnection. Like, this is something of the past for sure. And at the time when you guys were entertaining a connection in the past, it was treated very casually. And the reason for that is because one or both of you was going through some karmic lessons romantically that played out somewhat between the two of you, but there was also these external factors that were playing out as well, okay? So you guys really didn't have like a chance to continue on. Like, there's something that came to really like separate this connection and you couldn't continue on. And now in the spring months, this person is coming back. And some of you, there may be two different people trying to come back in, okay? But this person is coming back, and it's because they truly do desire a second chance with you. Or, you know, this being general, Sagittarius, this could go the other way around, where you kind of walked away from somebody because of some karmic energy. You were kind of treating somebody more casual because you were caught up elsewhere. Time has passed. You've had change of heart, change of mind. And now you're really thinking of this person and saying, you know what? I want a second chance with them. Let me circle back. So that could go either way. It could really be on your mind about somebody that you saw more casually, but now you're feeling a bit more deeply. Or this is somebody who treated you more casually and time has passed, heart and minds have changed, and now they're seeing you from a different perspective and they want a second chance with you. So let's pull some clarifiers. Two of Swords, Ace of Swords, Four of Swords, and Ace of Wands. Wow. You got two aces. Two aces out of just pulling 4 cards here. All right. Right here, I don't know that you know who this person is, or I don't know if in this moment you would really consider giving them a second chance. But if they come in and they explain themselves and give you some clarity, it's like whatever they say is gonna bring some peace to your heart and your mind. Like, they're gonna answer, you know, questions where you've had these gaps in understanding and confusion, because it's like I see you being kind of blocked from this person, like you blocking them, or if this is now where you're thinking about somebody you walked away from, you're kind of concerned that they're blocked to a second chance, okay? But here's the thing, it's like once we communicate, everything's put to rest. Like any sort of negative feelings, negative thoughts, like you guys are able to work this energy out through conversation, and the truth is going to be told. Like, whoever walked away and why, I feel like they kind of left the other person hanging a bit. whether that was you walking away or this person walking away from you. Like somebody was left hanging a bit, and that's why I feel there's uncertainty if there could be a second chance, is because of how things were left. And now, whether you or this other person wants to clear the air, wants to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but, really wants healing in this connection through the truth, wants a second chance. And this is interesting that this is old flame, and the ace that shows up on it is the Ace of Wands, which is fire. So for me, this person has never stopped thinking about you. They have carried a torch all this time, and they're gonna come in. If they walked away from you, Sagittarius, they're coming in to offer you something, like the truth. Like it's almost as though, let me disguise this to Sagittarius as I'm coming in as a friend, as just let me apologize for the past, you know, let me just kind of work my way in a little bit slow. But their agenda the whole time is because they still carry a torch for you in a big way. And they genuinely want a second chance. They want to tell you the truth and heal with you. And again, this could go the other way around, where, you know, you left somebody hanging and now you realize that you've never stopped thinking about them. If the ball was left in your court like that, Sagittarius, even though you may fear that they would have nothing to do with you, I think they would. They would at least hear you out. And I think through a very true and honest conversation, even if some things have to be said that aren't the most positive, it will be very well received. Even so, if this is somebody who left you hanging, by them bringing you the truth, you will receive it very well. And I feel like we're going to re-spark this. We're going to have a second go round at this love, at this connection. So let's pull some more tarot. Yeah, look at the past wasn't a good thing with this person. That with that karmic lessons and casual connection, this relationship couldn't get serious because I really feel like somebody was still very hung up on somebody else. Whether you were hung up on somebody else or this person was hung up on somebody else, like it was karmic, and that had to be resolved before they could become emotionally available, or before you could become emotionally available. But it's now, like, whoever was hung up and dealing with that karmic energy, they're done with it. It's been completed. And people want a second chance here, Sagittarius. They're missing you. That's for sure. Like, this is the spring. You are just shining in, like, all areas of life here. Look at that. Yep, the Lovers. I miss you, my Sagittarius. I'm ready to do what it takes. Will you have me back? And you're like, I don't know. You were kind of a jerk. Like, I don't know. But I have on the low been wishing for this, hoping to hear from you again. Look at you. Because I do want to build with you. I will give you a second chance, Sagittarius. Oh, you will. You will. You might kind of play it off like, I don't know. You're going to need to really explain yourself. But low key, you've been wishing for this. You've been wishing for a reconciliation with this person. Like, you've been open to it, okay? But they're like, hey, Sagittarius, I miss you. I want to have a real go at this because I miss you. And, you know, you're a little bit hesitant here, but I just feel if they put in enough effort, you're going to let your guard down because you're going to feel like they're speaking the truth to you. And they are. They just, you know, They were caught up in some karmic energies, but they've resolved that. They've resolved it. It's done. It's over. They are open and available. So let's pull some more cards. Guidance. When this person comes back around, I kind of feel like you're going to be watching a lot of tarot readings, like, because you're just unsure initially, like you're going to be watching a lot of readings. And some of you, this person may watch like some tarot readings to see if they should reach out to you, or if you are the one that, you know, kind of left things up in the air and walked away from them. It's like you're watching tarot readings to see if you should reach out to them. This card is really like somebody is watching tarot readings here, and that I feel is what prompts them to like reach out, or brings like ease, like, yes, this is real. There's something like maybe you're gonna get an in-person tarot reading from somebody, or it could even be like a general reading on YouTube. It's like this tarot reading is gonna be like 100% true for you, and there's guidance gained, or this other person, like they're watching the tarot and you're gonna talk about that. Like you guys are literally gonna have a conversation about tarot readings. You know, you might be a bit open to tarot. You might do tarot. Maybe they do tarot. I don't know. This feels like a big message where you guys are talking about tarot readings. Interesting. You'll have to let me know. And now we have songs. So there are music, different songs, different music that this person listens to that reminds them of you. All right, there are songs. I think they feel kind of haunted by you, actually, because you are a true treasure. And they realize that, Sagittarius. And maybe before they didn't so much because they were caught up in that karmic energy, but they're not anymore. So there's like these songs that remind them of you, different synchronicities in their life reminding them of you, and they're seeking guidance. And maybe it's not tarot, maybe it's like through a good friend or something, but they're definitely seeking a guidance on what should I do to get back into Sagittarius's life. Or if you are the one where, you know, the ball's in your court, you want to get back into somebody's life, like you're seeking the guidance. And some of you, the tarot is definitely significant to that. So those are your messages, Sagittarius. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care.